really spend hours feeling my fear, feeling my pain, feeling my whatever, but I'm stuck here.
Yeah. What I feel moved to say now is an invitation to also, and this may be what's part of your experience too, but to really notice what's good, what's working, what feels good, what inspires, what gives you peace. Just to really make space for all of that as well. And I also have a feeling you're at the edge of another, like not another, but a a relaxation into being without form, just being itself. Because I hear it's a lot about form. You're with the sadness and the depression and the the permission, and give myself permission feels very structured to me, very separate self-y. Who is it, the I, that's giving permission to what? That there's a lot of structure in there around that way of being. And so what's coming for me is to invite you into relaxing all of it. And if you do, you do. If you don't do, you don't do. There's no rule about whether you should do stuff or not do stuff. That doesn't matter in a certain way, but to just relax into being. And I feel myself sitting back because it's away from what's out here and the forms and I got to be out in nature and I got to pay attention to the leaf and and to come back into this openness and not know and be here and play in that edge for you. How does that feel?
I mean, I think I'm doing, the permission is because I'm aware when I'm sitting alone, feeling like this isn't okay. I should be doing something, that's an old thing. So I'm trying to give myself permission to not do anything in order to be okay with it. So I guess you're saying that's too structured. But then the alternative is, I don't know, that just being, it can get you depressed. I mean, it can feed the depression. Like you just, now what?
How does that work for you? How does just being feed the depression? What comes up?
That if I don't pull myself out, I'm just going to fall into the hole and I'll never get out.
Yeah. That's another edge for you. That's a fear, but you don't know if that's true or not. Fear will always give us the worst case scenario. I'm going to fall into the hole and I'm never going to get out and I'm just going to be this depressed mess the rest of my life. You don't know that.
Right.
So it sounds to me like there's an invitation there to make space for those deeper feelings. It might be a process to do with someone rather than on your own, to have some guidance around that. But there's a resistance there. If I go into that depression, then I'll get more depressed. That's a belief, and that's it's a limitation. And it's
what I mean is that, I mean, I do sit with the depression all the time. What I mean is it feels so bad day after day. So I will do the other thing, which is what's available to me now, and then focus on the breeze or focus on the light, but I'm always working it.
Yeah. This might be more than we can do right now, but the question that's coming to mind for me is to explore what this depression is. Because that's a label for actual experiences. So when you say depression, what are you referring to?
What it feels like is the person I've been, the self I've known, is dying or has died, and the new person hasn't been born yet. She's in process. So I'm just lost, and that feels depressing.
Yeah. So there's a sense of loss. There's also grieving of what was. Yeah. So this is very rich. There's so much here to be explored, and it all needs to be included. And it's not something to go through quickly. And, so I guess where I would want to leave for just now, and I know you'll be here this whole time, um, is just to notice that all of this is alive for you, that this is what's up for you. And, you know, because I think it's important to get to the root of what it is that you're calling this depression, and there's definitely a sense of grief in it. Yeah. And the grieving, this is true of everything. Grieving is a loss, right? And then you say, I feel lost. There are seeds being planted in you. You may or may not be aware of them. I don't know, but loss comes with seeds, and they might be underground for quite a while and you don't even know that they're there, but there's something germinating, because that's how it works. It's not just a loss into nothing. There's always something new that comes.
That's
So
good.
getting curious about what that might be,
I like
but
thinking
not to
there's
skip over the grief either.
I like thinking there are seeds inside of me.
There are seeds inside of you.
Thanks.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks, Andy. I'm struck by the courage being shown here by people, really very beautiful willingness